Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to The Last Word. I'm your host, Fletcher, and today I'm going to be giving my reaction to the playoff game that just took place this weekend between the Tennessee Titans and the Baltimore Ravens. So, first things first, I think everybody was at least expecting a close game from the Titans going up against the number one seed Ravens, who have been dominant all season long, aside from a couple off games against the Chiefs and the Browns. But nobody was expecting them to blow them out of the water and even win, really. So, the biggest thing here that goes to show is that Tennessee's rushing attack is arguably the best in the league. In my opinion, at this point in time, it's the best in the league, better than Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, because Derrick Henry is so dominant. We haven't seen anybody even close to as physically dominant at the running back position while maintaining high-end speed in a straightaway run against top-tier, fast defensive backs in the NFL. He can't be tackled by just one defensive back. We all heard the Ravens safety, Earl Thomas, saying that the Patriots were too scared to tackle Derrick Henry, and the Ravens didn't look any more willing than the Patriots did to tackle Derrick Henry. In fact, they looked less willing. We've all seen that stiff arm that Derrick Henry had on Earl Thomas. While Earl Thomas was turned backwards, it looked like he did not want to touch that man. That man, Derrick Henry, is possibly going to be considered the best running back in football next year because of his complete and sheer dominance. His dominance while running the football is similar to what we would see in Shaquille O'Neal in basketball. And not only did they run on the Ravens efficiently, yes, they did not pass for many yards against the Ravens, but when Ryan Tannehill had his name called on to pass the football, he did it efficiently, no turnovers, took one sack on 14 passing attempts. Yes, he only completed 50% of them, but he got 88 yards, averaging 6.3 yards per attempt, which is poor, but once again, they weren't asking him to do much. And then, of course, they were doing sort of that smash mouth, pound it, pound it, pound it, take a deep shot. And that touchdown pass to, Mr. Khalif Raymond, that was an absolute dime, an absolute strike from Ryan Tannehill, and it shows that he's got elite arm talent and that when the Titans call on his name to get it done, he is completely capable of doing it. Now, I'm a big Oregon Duck fan, so as much as it pains me to see Marcus Mariota not starting on the Tennessee Titans, I have to admit Ryan Tannehill has been outstanding this year, and the Titans would not be in the position they are in now without the passing threat of Ryan Tannehill. They would not be able to pound the ball so hard with Derrick Henry if Ryan Tannehill wasn't able to step up and make the big throws in the big moments. Now, for the Ravens, Lamar Jackson, the yards were all there. You look at the stat sheet, you think, man, he was piling on those yards. However, in terms of production and scoring, it wasn't enough. Yes, he had 365 pass yards, but he threw the ball 59 times. If you're throwing the ball 59 times, of course you're going to have a high number of yards. Even if it was just screen attempts, you would probably at least have 250 yards off screen. So, the yards per attempt actually lower than Ryan Tannehill's. He had a terrible performance considering that. 1 touchdown to 2 interceptions. Now, the Titans defense did the thing that no defense really could all year, and that was shut down the Ravens offense. Yes, we saw glimpses of it with the 49ers, not really with the Browns. The Browns sort of just outscored them. But the Titans did the thing that most people thought was going to be impossible, and that was stop the Ravens offense. So now the question here is, Are the Titans a legit Super Bowl contender? And my answer is yes. They beat the Chiefs already in the regular season, and they've beaten the Chiefs historically in recent years. They've been beating the Chiefs. They've had the answer for Big Red and Andy Reid in the Chiefs offense. So, if we could very well see a Niners/Green Bay Packers versus Tennessee in the Super Bowl. And in that game, if Green Bay is able to beat the San Francisco 49ers and move on, I think very well that the Titans are your Super Bowl champions. And this is for a couple of things. The Packers don't necessarily have a shutdown passing defense. And so I think what the Titans can do against the Packers is open up the passing game a little bit more and air it out a little bit against that sort of, I want to say, a little softer Green Bay defense than all the other teams left in the playoffs. Well, not defense, secondary. So Ryan Tannehill, with his, at this point in the season and how he's been playing all year, I would consider it elite accuracy. He's got very good throw power, very good pocket presence. And then, of course, you have Derrick Henry, who can run against anybody. Yes, the Ravens' run defense, while statistically look good, they proved that they were able to get gashed all year by teams like the Niners, by teams like the Browns. So, Derrick Henry, and yeah, so, but then Derrick Henry was also able to prove that he can do it against a formidable run defense in the New England Patriots. The New England Patriots are, I believe they were the number 1 ranked run defense in the NFL, if not number 2. So, and Derrick Henry had, over 200 rushing yards against them. He is an absolute demigod and cannot be stopped. And, down the middle, stretch it out, open field. No matter what situation you put Derrick Henry in, he's going to be able to perform 90% of the time to the way that most Titans fans, I'm sure, dream of. As myself, the Titans have been my second favorite team since 2015 when Marcus was drafted, but I've come to still love them and love the players on them. And it's mainly because of Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry, I couldn't believe he fell to the second round when he did, but he took a little longer to develop. He had to sit as the running back too his first year, and then he was sharing carries with Dion Lewis, and now he's come out as the outright running back 1 since this year, and he's proven that he is the most dominant running back we have seen since maybe in his prime Marshawn Lynch. And the rest of the Titans offense, that opens up the passing game. And yes, Marcus Mariota was having a bad year, so as soon as they made the switch to Ryan Tannehill, he's able to air it out. He's able to expose the secondaries of the NFL and put up elite team offensive numbers with head coach Mike Vrabel. Now, that's another point I have to make. The Ravens got outcoached in this game. The Titans' game plan was perfect coming into this game. They knew that the Ravens' run defense, while statistically good, they watched the film, they had spotted the weaknesses in the run defense, and they were able to get Derrick Henry to the right places for him to be the most effective he could possibly be. So, I think what it comes down to is if Tennessee is able to shut down Patrick Mahomes and that sort of air raid-esque Patrick Mahomes Chiefs offense, like they sort of showed they could do against Lamar Jackson, the Ravens, who's a very formidable passer. You can throw all the he's just a running back stuff out the window. That was last year. He's an MVP. He's one of the most accurate passers in the league. He had a bad game because the Titans' defense was able to shut down the passing game. Yes, the Chiefs have a better receiving core and a more accurate passer in Patrick Mahomes, but they don't pose the running threat that the Ravens are able to do. So what I think Tennessee can do is drop more guys back into coverage. They have, I would say, semi-elite linebacking play out of linebacker Wesley Woodyard, who's been a Pro Bowler before, and the rest of the linebacking core, very solid. They can come up and stop the run when they have to. So, what I think that means is drop more guys back in the zone. They're probably going to be playing more man coverage. You'll see Adoree Jackson on Tyreek Hill. You'll see probably Kevin Byard on Travis Kelce, and we'll see if they can stop him. And if they can, I think that they have a superb chance of being another 9-7 Super Bowl champion, which we have not seen for quite the while. I believe it was the New York Giants beating the Patriots in the Super Bowl, if I'm not mistaken. However, I don't necessarily know if the Titans are going to be able to beat a team like the San Francisco 49ers, because the 49ers, of course, have that elite front seven, that best front seven in the league, that prove they can stop any great running back, such as Dalvin Cook, who's been phenomenal this year. He had a breakout year. He had amazing statistics, but he was held to 18 yards against San Francisco 49ers. So I'm not sure how it goes for the Tennessee Titans if they match up against San Francisco. But for this upcoming game against the Chiefs, I would be optimistic for Tennessee. I honestly am picking them to win. And if they end up in the Super Bowl against the Green Bay Packers, I'm placing my bets on the Tennessee Titans out in Memphis to come away with the Lombardi Trophy. This has been the last word, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, share it, do whatever you'd like. But the point here is the Titans are Super Bowl contenders, and if they're able to retain Ryan Tannehill next year and many of their core pieces, I think they will be for at least a couple more years. Thank you.